Hey everybody, welcome back to That Geek Show, the weekly podcast where we cover all the topics of the geekosphere, nerdosphere, anything in the realm of pop culture surrounding everything in the world of media. I'm your host, Eric Lucas, and I'm joined today by a bevy of my cohorts. Let's get to them now. I'm going to list them all, and then we'll just go down and talk to them all. We're joined by Matt Grumman, Mr. Connor Watkins, Jeff Lopez, Giovanni Estrada, Katie Guerin, and Michelle Noriega. Hello, guys. How's everybody this evening?
Hey.
Hi. Hello.
Yes. Hello. Yes, we have a lot of people in here tonight, so I thought I'd just list y'all and we'll get talking because we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight, if you know what I mean. So
I feel like this is going to run like the newsroom. We have to say our name first and be like, Connor. Oh, yes. Hello.
Yes. Now over to Connor with the news.
Thank you, Eric.
Now over to Matt for a hot take.
Yeah.
Now over to Katie with the rebuttal. All right.
Rebuttal here.
Yeah, rebuttal here. It is Monday, July 23rd. We are hot off the weekend, 5-day extravaganza of Comic-Con San Diego, International Comic-Con, where a lot of news came out, a lot of stories were broken, a lot of controversial things were discovered, and we're going to get right into it here. That's the whole show today. We should break it up, but today we're just going to lump it all into one, and we're going to go down the list of things of importance that happened at Comic-Con. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Now let's do this!
I got a bad feeling about this.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Inconceivable!
I'm Groot.
Time to nut up or shut up.
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Why is the rum always gone?
I make this look good.
I know who I am! I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude!
Avada Kedavra.
I like this ship.
You know, it's exciting.
Looks like a TKO to me.
I think I got it, but just in case, tell me the whole thing again. I wasn't listening.
All right. We got a couple topics. Let's start out. We got a reboot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer was announced last week, very beginning of Comic-Con. The news broke that, Joss Whedon is rebooting Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The new show will be taken out to cable networks and streaming services later this year to be sold or pitched or whatever. What do you guys think? Rebooting Buffy, is it too soon?
Yes.
It's a resounding yes. Michelle, what do you think? No Buffy? Just leave it as is?
It's not necessary right now. And just do something new and original. Like, these reboots are getting a little ridiculous at this point.
Yeah,
There's a reboot for everything.
This one hasn't even had time to rest. That's the thing. It's just like...
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar is not even, she still looks like she just quit 2 days ago. Let her at least get gray before you reboot it.
Yeah. I'm not sure what why the timing on this is coming out now. It's like I didn't feel like there was a clamoring for like another Buffy series. I think people more wanted his other property to come back, not this
Firefly.
one. Yeah. I think people would.
Do we know who's rebooting it? Who's distributing it?
No, it's going to be pitched to cable networks and streaming services later this year.
Oh, that's cool. Well, if the CW picks it, they could just, put it on with all their other shows that they're trying to have crossover.
Well, yeah,
Don't they already have a showrunner planned and all that too?
Yeah, they can have Riverdale meet Sabrina the Teenage Witch meets
That one Netflix.
the other ones.
Meets Arrow, meets The Flash, meets Supergirl.
Oh, God.
Meets the Legend.
No. Stop. No. Seems terrible.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, Buffy in
Terrible
space.
or
Cool.
awesome?
They're going to put it on CW Seed.
Oh, wow.
Now, it's being apparently developed by Whedon and Midnight Texas creator Monica Wusa-Breen. I think I said that right. At Fox 21 TV Studios. And then they're going to pitch it later this summer to a bunch of places. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Is it going to be like a straight start over from scratch, or Or are they kind of like building on it and doing something different?
The new show will be set in the present day, building on the mythology already established in the original series.
So, got it. So it doesn't sound like they're gonna. So kind of more gonna be a new cast.
Yeah, well, kind of like what they call like a reboot, rebooting it, but kind of also giving it a sequel in a sense.
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
Don't know.
Sorry,
that was a travesty.
Great movie.
Hold on, I sense an argument here.
Poke the bear. Apparently, Usa, Breen, and Whedon previously worked together on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So that's where they have their connection from. Although he only did like the first 6 episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like from the very beginning, so I don't know how much can really go off of that. Anybody else have thoughts? Any Buffy fans out there besides a few of us?
No, I never really watched. I watched a few episodes here and there when they were on TV, but never really got into it. But I mean, I guess the same goes with like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I started watching that, but I didn't really get far into it. Didn't catch my attention.
Yeah, same here.
Cool. I mean, the original series is great. You should go back and watch it if you haven't. So you can kind of see where me and Michelle are coming from when we say kind of just leave it alone. Why is this happening? But
well, I think that can be said about a lot of things they're considering to reboot. Leave it where just leave them. They're great movies or they're great shows of their time. And I don't know, just leave them.
Yeah, no thanks. We already got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Put that to bed. Let's move on. This is a big one that also happened early in the Comic-Con week. One of the first big news pieces to come out. DC's streaming platform has been announced with pricing, and right along with it, we got the first trailer for Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the service is going to cost $74.99 a year or $7.99 a month. It's going to include various DC properties like some of their movies. Batman the Animated Series is going to be remastered and put on there for streaming, and you're going to be able to read all of the DC comic books too, kind of like a comicsology kind of thing mixed in there too, as well with their new run series, which includes Titans. So, did anybody see the Titans trailer, and what are your thoughts? Speak up.
Who wants to go first?
I mean, I'll go first. It was ridiculous looking. I mean,
really?
just when I thought, just to have a nice other side of the coin there, just when you thought that DC was starting to get a little bit more lighthearted and everything with their movies, you see the Shazam trailer, and then you turn right around and you see Titans. And F Batman. It just didn't sit well with me. I don't know. When you're coming from Teen Titans, the animated series, and then Teen Titans Go, and then Teen Titans, the comic book, like you're doing all this stuff, you're giving a certain tone to a property, and then your first foray into the live version of it is, we're going super dark, aggro. I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me. And some of the character designs are not didn't sit well with me either. So it's my thoughts. What do you guys think?
You're talking about like Starfire?
Yeah,
the Starfire. I don't know what's up with her.
And Raven.
Raven kind of.
Gosh, they totally fucked Raven. So mad. Raven was my favorite. And at the end of it, I was like, who the heck is that weird girl that they did? And they're like, that's Raven. And I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Not great. It felt like a Kick-Ass trailer to me. Like they're trying to do like Kick-Ass 3 where they're just like making fun of the Teen Titans. But they are not. So.
Yeah, no, they're serious. It
just kind of feels like they're taking themselves a little too seriously, and it seems funny instead of what they want.
Yeah, funny, like not a good funny where you're laughing with them, you're laughing at it.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Connor, what'd you think?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Now I asked you, what do you think?
Oh, I enjoyed it. I think it's a very real take on the relationship. I'll start with the fuck Batman thing. It's a very real take on the relationship of Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne. And that's like when he left Batman. It was touched on in Batman the Animated Series, and it's really shown in the comics. And I think we're gonna see a real darker version of why that happened. And that kind of leads to why the Teen Titans were put together.
There's also news that Jason Todd is going to be in this too, so we're going to have 2 aggro Robins running around in this thing.
I think we're going to see Dick Grayson start off as angsty aggro team leader, but he's going to step into being the team leader, and then Jason Todd's going to come in.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to get overload of aggro teenager superhero thing. I think we're going to get exactly what we needed, because in hindsight, in all of the DC universe, between the 4 Robins, 5 if you count the girl, Dick Grayson, when he becomes Batman, he is one of the best Batman, next to Bruce Wayne. He's the best person to step into Batman's shoes. So I think to see him struggle with Batman's ideals, in this it's hard to say it. I lost my train.
It's okay. It's all right. So you're excited. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, I am excited.
Good.
Mostly because with the DC streaming platform, if they put Batman Beyond on that platform, I'm done. That's one of my favorite DC shows.
I mean, they might. They're putting a lot of older properties on here, it looks like. So I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a shot for the first month and see what happens. I think the beta's coming out in August.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
See, I think just last thing with me with Titans or with any new show, I'll give it 3 to 5 episodes to really hook me, and if it doesn't, it's not worth it. In my eyes.
Okay, well, that's your measure of that's your measure of the way you rate things. That's cool. Everybody has their own. I usually give something a first season before I bail on it, unless it's terrible, what was that
Iron
one?
Fist.
I actually watched. I had to watch all of Iron Fist
I did too.
Well, but if you didn't have to for review purposes, you would have bailed already. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bailed on what was that? What was that Inhumans one? I didn't even finish that. That was so bad. That bad, that level of bad.
Didn't even start it.
From just the commercials, the ads.
Yeah. Gio, what did you think about Titans?
I don't know. I thought it was weird. I kind of like watching things without audio at first, and then so I watched it without the audio, and it looked really terrible.
Yeah. Just the visuals? You didn't like? Is that why? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just the visuals, the acting. It felt very overdramatic. I don't know. It felt they were trying to focus on the relationship between Robin and Raven, and I usually thought that it was more of a relationship between Robin and Starfire, but I don't know.
I think in this one they're using it because she's going to be 14 years old in this show, so they're using it as that he's taking her under his wing kind of thing. I don't know. That's the vibe I got out of it anyway.
Because he's a bird.
Sort of to me, he was like, "Oh, you're disturbed. I'm disturbed. Your parents died. You're
right.
Probably also,
And fuck Batman.
Yeah, I'm emo. You're emo. Let's be emo together.
Yeah.
It could just be the trailer too. It's the first one to come out so far.
That's what I'm. That's what the only thing I'm thinking is that maybe they just put all of the most aggro moments in the trailer, and then the whole show doesn't revolve around that. Those are just moments in the show. So I don't know. We'll see.
I for one like the dark tone. I'm just really iffy about the character designs.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some rough character designs. And apparently, I was reading. I was reading one report where it said Beast Boy wasn't even going to be in it until the last couple episodes. The show is basically going to just revolve around Robin and Raven. So we'll see. we'll see how it works.
You have with it Dove and Hawk also.
Yes, Dove and Hawk. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I thought this show was going to be a movie. I didn't even think it was going to be a TV show.
I think they're still trying to do a Nightwing movie that's separate from this.
Yeah, but when I first started seeing the images come out of Robin, I was like, oh, are they making a movie? That's cool. And no, it's a TV show.
Yep. Exclusively on the DC streaming app, $7.99 a month.
I don't know. Did we talk about if that's like good? Do we want that? Do we want everything to be streaming?
It's whether we want it or not, it's happening. Everybody's doing it. Disney's doing it. DC's doing it. I mean, CBS has already done it.
I feel like we're just going to be going in a fourth circle where a provider's just going to be like, hey, we're going to package all these streaming services
Yeah, it's the
together.
Well, this is a whole other topic for discussion, but it's new cable. Like, everybody wanted to be a cord cutter years ago and get rid of their cable and just, like, do this other stuff, watch YouTube and Netflix, and then this is just new cable where it's like, all right, you don't have cable, you have an internet connection, but now you have 6 streaming services that cost $8 each, which is, like, 40-something, but it's like, there you go. There's your cable bill. Like, I don't know. It's the way we're going. Everybody wants to own their own content, They don't want to...
Yeah. And then we'll see what happens with net neutrality when that gets involved too.
I've said enough on that.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
That's going to be...
Yeah. Well, they've already started. I mean, already started, AT&T. Once they got the approval for their acquisition of Warner, of Time Warner. They already started. If you get a phone now, you can just watch HBO for free because they own it. And they're like, we're not putting any data caps on it, but if you watch YouTube, you're going to be watching at 480p on your phone, and we're going to charge you an overage if you go over on your data. It is what it is. It's the new world we're living in. But anyway, it's getting back to this. Anybody have any final thoughts? Michelle, I didn't hear you. If you had any thoughts on this, DC or the Titans show.
I think I'm going to wait and see before I make up my mind.
Okay. That's fair.
I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Do that free 1-month trial?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. All right, let's move on. Next topic. We're going into the trailers. All the trailers. All right. What do you want to start with? Aquaman? Aquaman happened at the DC Warner Brothers panel. And let's see what you guys thought about it. Jason Momoa doing his dude bro thing again. And got the first look at a couple new characters: Ocean Master, Black Manta. So, what do you guys think, Gio? Let's start with you. You were at the panel.
No, leave me to the end.
Leave you at the end.
I was on the panel and I got the extra stuff. So
you got the extra footage. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start with Matt. What do you think, Matt?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, you haven't seen it. Well, this is going great.
That's going to be the shortest. Hey, I'm sorry, man. I haven't had the opportunity. You know what? I've been busy all afternoon watching Unbreakable, so I'm sorry.
That's all right. This came out Saturday, so just so you know.
Okay. I think I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
2 minutes and 30 seconds are hard to
It is. But I have a 30-second attention span.
All right.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right, Katie, what did you think of it? You saw this one.
Well, I liked it. I didn't know what to expect from an Aquaman movie. When I heard that they were doing it, I was like, I don't know if I really want that. But when I saw it, actually, it looks like it might actually be a turning point for the DC universe. Black Manta looks really cool, and I don't really know much about Aquaman's background per se, because it wasn't one of the superheroes that you really got shoved down your throat a lot.
Right.
So I think that this could be a beginning of a great fandom for the DC universe.
I mean, the visuals look great. They look a lot better than they did in Justice League. I'll tell you that.
Yes, yeah, it looks good. It looks clean, and of course, the main character is Foyne. So I think you have a great chemistry.
Did you say Foyne?
Yes. No, I don't remember saying that. But I mean, if you think so, okay.
All right. Well, good.
And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay. Awesome. Katie's new thirst trap exists in Aquaman. Got it.
Well, okay. No one has heard of Game of Thrones. Okay, sorry.
All right.
Boy's
all
a
right.
walking thirst trap.
Turn your fan on a little higher. I think you need to cool down.
Okay.
Michelle, what'd you think of the trailer?
Well, I saw it when we were in a 2-hour line.
We were in line, yeah.
Yeah. So, from what I could see on the phone, it's intriguing, and it definitely does look like it could have the potential to be a turning point for DC. So, I mean, Wonder Woman already kind of saved them. Let's be honest, a lot of us were ready to kind of give up.
Yeah.
So this could just be another, just another step for them. But I mean, I'd watch it. I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it. I have faith.
Yeah, it's James Wan. I mean, that's what excites me. It's a competent director with some unique storytelling abilities. So, Connor, what do you think, man?
Meh. Yeah. I think my biggest draw was probably Amber Heard as Mira.
Yeah, she's got a great design. Her look.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was said earlier that Wonder Woman really saved the universe, but we can see if Aquaman continues this streak. I'll still go see it, but I'm not over the top excited about it.
Okay, all right.
Except to see Amber Heard. But that's it.
That's fair. It's a fair assessment. All right, Gio, that leaves you, my man.
No, Jeff hasn't gone.
Oh, Jeff hasn't gone. You're right. God, where's my list?
You always forget about Jeff, man.
No. Okay, here we go.
Sorry, man.
Jeff, what did you think?
Well, I mean, I was never a fan of Aquaman, so
okay.
I mean, the trailer, it makes it look good. I'd go watch it, but I'm still not a fan of him.
You're not like 100% sold on it yet. You're just like, No. All right. Okay.
I just don't like his whole character concept from the movies.
Oh, okay. Just the Jason Momoa dude bro take on it?
No, not at all.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I think he did a competent job with the character in Justice League. I enjoyed his moments. It was good. My man. That's all I'll remember from that movie. That's all that movie was. All right, Gio, you're up.
All right. So when I first saw the trailer that you guys saw, I was also meh.
Okay.
I thought it wasn't what I was expecting. James Wan during the panel talked about his movie being more of a fantasy movie. And that's kind of what we see. It's a more fantasy driven with a lot of background, and it's an origin story.
No,
that's what
I heard.
We're gonna see.
I heard this takes place after Justice League.
No, it's an origin story. We are getting an origin story.
So it's before or after Justice League?
I think we're gonna see both realms, because we see him with what's her name right now? Nicole Kidman. She's playing the mother, and so we see her life and how he is born. I mean, that's in the trailer, I think, where he's talking about where he was born from a lighthouse. But
maybe those will just be flashbacks.
Yeah, but I think we're seeing a lot more of him as a kid getting bullied because he doesn't belong. So I think we're going to see something very similar to like what we saw in Man of Steel, going back and forth between, his past and what he is now. So we're going to get, I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an origin movie. Like, it's going to be before Justice League.
Okay, because I've heard several outlets reporting that the events take place after Justice League.
I could have sworn that James Wan said that it's an origin movie. That's what I heard him say. Anyways, so I did see the trailer. The trailer was meh for me. Then at the very end of the panel, they showed us something else. They showed us like a 6-minute reel cut, an extended look of the entire movie. And it started off with Aquaman and Mira being chased by Black Manta.
Two Black Mantas, I heard.
No, they're not two Black Manta. Those are his minions that are being chased.
Okay.
There's Black Manta, and then there's two minions that are chasing Mira.
Oh,
and
okay.
Mira's running on the rooftops and jumping through buildings, very Assassin's Creed-esque, and kind of trying to escape fire from the minions of Black Manta, while Black Manta is fighting Aquaman. And then it kind of cuts back into like the realm of them searching for like the entrance to Atlantis, where Mira actually finds him. And then after they find the entrance, they get this like holographic message where I'm assuming it's a guardian tells them how to get to Atlantis. And they finally reach it, and then they start some narration over some of the scenes that are playing where, you know, obviously his brother is going to take the crown, and that, you know, Jason Momoa needs to like step up and stop him because he's the rightful ruler.
Wow.
And then they have a battle between where him and his brother
This is a long scene. This is a scene?
Yes.
Wow.
No, this is an entire trailer that they show us. They show
This is like an
multiple
extended
scenes.
cut trailer kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not even like all the scenes they showed us were completely different from the trailer that you guys saw.
Okay.
At one point, we see somebody talking about the trident and how he has to get the trident in order to become the king of Atlantis.
Right, which
And
explains. So that explains why he has like the quident or quindent or whatever he's carrying right
Yes.
now, right? Okay, because that's his mom's, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. Got it.
And then at some point we see a giant war with different like sea creatures fighting. And I'm not really sure at what point during the movie this is. Then at the very end, the last thing that we see.
This is actually what you told me that got me hyped.
Yes,
So go ahead.
And the last thing that we see is Aquaman coming out of like a silhouette, and it reveals him wearing the orange outfit.
Yeah.
And it's very armor looking. It's not all spandex looking. It's very armor, and it's orange, the original orange and green.
That's dope. I'm excited when they decide to go to the
That
old
trailer
school.
blew me away. That trailer is the one that sold it to me. I was a little skeptical at first, but that trailer did it for me. I was like, this is what I wanted to see. I feel bad for everyone who saw the other one. And I hope that they don't just like second guess it, because this movie has some serious potential, and you should wait for the second trailer.
Okay. Which we'll probably be getting like a couple months before the movie comes out, I assume.
Yeah, most likely. But this movie looks great. It wasn't what I was looking for. I wanted something horror related, kind of similar to like what James Wan is used to and what he's good at.
Right.
But instead, we're getting a little fantasy, which I'm okay with, because the sequences that I saw were fantastic.
Well, I hear for the horror aspect, there actually is a race of the Seven Kingdoms that's like bottom dwellers that like devolved over the years into like creatures, like menacing
I hope
creatures.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of sea creatures in this, and I'm excited to see them fight each other, because from what I saw like what kind of looked like the dinosaur from Jurassic Park, the really big one.
The Mosasaurus?
Yeah.
Crossover confirmed.
Yeah.
And they're gonna ride sharks.
Yeah, the armored sharks look kind of... They look ridiculous, but I mean, they're kind of cool. If only they had freaking laser beams attached to their heads. Now we got a movie.
I think it's going to be a great movie. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah, your extra little description you told me about the other day got me a little bit more hyped than I originally was. So, yeah, the original trailer didn't... The trailer that dropped for the public didn't do much for me, but that little extra bit of knowledge and description got me a little bit more hyped. So, yeah, I mean, tepidly excited. Yeah, let's go with that. Now let's get into the next DC Worlds. Well, I'm sorry, we actually have a name for that now. It's the Worlds of DC is the name of their shared universe. So, Worlds of DC. It's gonna be a mouthful.
Everything's gonna be the world.
Yeah, Worlds of DC.
Wizarding World.
Yeah, all the worlds.
World of DC. Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
Well, that basically means they're doing kind of like Elseworld stories of a soul, right?
Yeah, and I believe that's where their Joker movie is going to come from, because it's not part of the current timeline. So, That's how they get away with it. It's one of the worlds of DC. Anyways,
yeah, but the only difference, or the only concern, I guess, is just audience confusion, because the average person's gonna be like, they're not gonna understand kind of what's going on.
Yeah, when you get a Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, and then the next year you get a what's his name Joker movie?
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
He who shall not.
Yeah,
be
but
named.
I mean, that's only because we were introduced like that through Marvel, where Marvel created the cinematic universe. We started off like that at DC, but I think
That's
if
DC's
they want to
fault.
kick it off, yeah, it's DC's fault, exactly. I think they're trying to step away from that. I'll talk about that movie a little bit later.
Yeah, let's do Shazam next. That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, Shazam and Wonder Woman, but I'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, so let's talk about Shazam. Let's get into that. Got a full trailer. Now, Gio, before I start, was there any extra footage for that, or no? Or do you want to? Was that just Shazam?
No. What we saw is what you saw.
Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah. They just shut down production on that, so I mean, there couldn't have been much. So that's cool. All right, so Shazam. This is the trailer that I actually liked between the two. More between the two, should I say. Shazam looks like an amazing, funny movie that's in the ilk of Big, which was everybody was saying was going to be. But, Zachary Levi looks like he's just going to kill it in this role. Like, I'm super excited to see what he does with the character. The kids, playing off of him looked awesome. Yeah, it just looks like a fun movie, like something that DC hasn't done yet. I think they might have been trying to do a Suicide Squad, but this looks like they're actually going to nail it on this one. But it's just a trailer, who knows? But from what I've seen, from what I saw from that one, it looks like a fun ride, and I'm ready to go along for it. So let's get your guys' thoughts. Let's start with Michelle. Actually, you saw it with me. We watched it together in the line in the Ballroom 20 line.
In line once again.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually did like that trailer much more than I liked the Aquaman trailer. I'm definitely. I don't know. I love Zachary Levi. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Good old
I've
Chuck.
loved him since Chuck. Yes, I loved that show. So I'm actually really excited to see him, do something this big. And I kind of think that because he is such a huge nerd, it'll translate well on screen. You can always tell when someone loves what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they put an effort into it more than just
yeah. It's not like Daniel
lines.
Craig in his last Bond movie, which is just
phoning
sad.
it in, or pretty much Bruce Willis and everything he does nowadays.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm actually pretty excited about this one. Probably that's the second DC movie I'm the most excited about.
Awesome. Katie, what'd you think?
I didn't know what to expect. Shazam is also another one of those heroes that I wasn't really familiar with. But you know what? I think it's going to be refreshing for the DC to just sort of palate cleanse and get a little bit more of a lighter note. I think it's cute, is what I'm going to say. I think that so far what we've seen, the little teaser, is very cute, and I like it.
Yeah, same here. And
So we'll see what they do with more diving in and getting a real story that people will get interested. But so far, I think it'll be a great family film that people can go see.
Yeah, I think
Hopefully.
so. And it's got Mark Strong in it, who is always a really good actor. He was, in the Kingsman movies last, so I think as the villain should be fun.
Nice.
Matt, what'd you think? Did you watch the trailer, Matt, or no?
I did, yeah,
Okay.
I did. So I'll tell you,
All right.
actually, the two trailers I did see from SDCC was this, and I saw Glass.
Okay.
So I
Okay,
can
so
put my input on those two.
What'd you think of Shazam?
I liked it a lot. Like Katie said, it's kind of like a palate cleanser of a sort, getting away from a lot of the darker tones they've had. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it.
Great. Short and sweet.
Okay.
All right, Connor, what about you, man?
I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to it. I am a little more excited to see it than I am Aquaman right now. And I have to say, I was really excited to see that Digimon Hansu?
Hansu?
Yes.
Yeah, Hansu.
Who is also in Aquaman, by the way.
Yeah. I noticed his voice in it like clearly in the trailer, and I was really excited to see that he was in it, just as the wizard, because I really enjoy him. And then I really enjoyed Asher Angel, who's playing Billy Batson. I think he's going to be a really good Billy Batson. And then his combination with Zachary Levi, I'm stoked to see it.
Yeah, same here.
I'm excited to see that happen, and a little excited to see the movie. So we'll see.
Cool. What about you, Jeff? Did you watch this trailer?
I did, but I think I might be the black sheep on this because as of now, it's a hard pass for me.
Wow, why? Why? Do tell.
I don't like it. For me, it looks a bit childish.
I think that's what they're going for.
Jeff wants the edginess, man.
Do you want the edgy? Yeah. Do you want the edgy?
I do.
Ah, there we go.
And I'm not a fan of the costume either.
Oh, it's super comic booky. It's great.
I'm not a fan.
Okay.
It looks like they got it off the sales rack at Walmart.
Wow.
Dang.
That's harsh.
You wish you could buy anything that cool at Walmart. Also, Jeff shops at Walmart.
Target.
Walmart shopper confirmed.
Not even that, but the sales rep.
Woo.
Damn.
I got turned dark real quick.
I know.
That's how he wanted it, right? He wanted it dark.
Katie's throwing bombs tonight.
You get it salty too.
Oh my god! All right, I'm sorry you didn't like it, Jeff. I hope it melts your heart and you go out and see it later. Gio,
I'll wait for it to be on TV.
Okay, well, I mean, you could always do that. Gio, what do you think, man?
I actually really liked it. I think it's going to have a lot of heart. I love the kids. I think the kids are going to make this movie great. I like the fact that they're kind of like playing that Zachary Levi's kind of playing a child and he has to act exactly like this kid, you know?
Yeah.
And he fits the role perfectly. Even in some of his interactions with the people around him, he's just so, what's the word? Childish. And he, you know, if you were a kid who has superpowers, you know, you'd be saying these kind of things to like, kind of like, hey, I'm cool and popular, you know? This is going to make me a big deal, you know, and it's going to be great seeing that him as a character, you know, kind of go through that kind of stuff. Be like, okay, do I take advantage of these powers, or what do I do with these powers? You know, do I do good? Do I do evil? You know, so it's gonna be an interesting ride. I'm looking forward to it, and I love the new direction they're taking with this movie. That it is more comedic. I think they're really trying to separate themselves from what has already happened in the past as far as DC movies goes, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's it's refreshing to see like the directors take their individual properties and put a spin on it, you know? First with Aquaman with James Wan, you know, in his creative director style, and then now with Shazam. I actually don't know who's
and even step away from themselves from like this whole DC universe type thing, you know?
Yeah,
like,
just tell a story, like exactly. Wonder Woman did. Just tell a story, a good story.
Yeah, but even so, they started off with like Batman and like, oh, I'm talking to Batman, you know. But I feel like that was just an added presence. They don't need to do that, you know. The other thing, I mean, if you look at the IMDb page, one of the first things and actors that pops up in this movie is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Is he going to be in the movie?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hasn't it been reported for like at least a year or so that The Rock is going to be Black Adam?
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah, that he's going to be Black Adam, but he was supposed to get a standalone movie, and he still hasn't. And this movie was supposed to, like, I guess, introduce him, but I really don't want that, you know?
Maybe he'll be like a post-credit thing or something.
Maybe.
No, I think Mark Strong is the main baddie of this. At least he should be.
And he's always a good bad guy too.
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
And knowing the DC universe, they like adding their bad guys because apparently one isn't enough. Yeah.
I know they do tend to do that, but maybe they'll show some restraint on this one.
But Gio, I feel you about like The Rock should have gotten a Black Adam movie before Captain Marvel or Shazam. Is that what you're saying?
So yeah, I mean, Connor, you were saying that Black Adam should have been done before the Shazam movie, but no, I'm just like The Rock's just been in production with this Black Adam movie and forever, and it's been confirmed that he was going to be Black Adam. But for some reason, I don't know if it's scheduling conflicts or whatever, they didn't have a good story. It just hasn't happened yet. And maybe they're just waiting for Shazam to be that jumping off point, because technically speaking, Black Adam is his arch rival.
Right.
So, how are they going to make The Rock a bad guy, and I just don't want it to be like that anti-hero type thing, because that's not kind of like what Black Adam is.
Right.
So 2 weeks ago, The Rock himself said that there was not going to be a cameo from him in Shazam. Like he came out and said it. However, they did there's also reports that there will be hints to him, but he's not making a cameo himself.
It could be the mythology, yeah.
I think so. Because, he could be just saying it, I know a lot of... they might try to pull a whole, oh, surprise, just kidding, there he is.
Misdirection.
Yeah.
Which we've seen in the past before.
Sure, yeah. But officially, that is what Mr. Dwayne Johnson has said.
Oh, well, we'll see.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. Either way, it looks like a fun movie in my opinion. So, I'm hyped about it. All right, let's move on. Next topic. Fantastic Beasts 2. Anybody have thoughts? I know not everybody saw this trailer, so...
Actually, I wanted to point out one thing. So Warner Brothers went to their panel. They did a fantastic job of hyping up this movie. As you walked in, you got a little bracelet that lit up. And so what they did was, when the film opened up, or when the whole show started, you saw the Hall H does this thing where they have wraparound screens throughout the whole hall. And it actually showed Newt Scamander. You heard him walking and carrying his suitcase, and then the screens became the actual suitcase, so it looks like everyone in the convention hall was being carried inside the suitcase the way he opened it up and started talking to you. It's really awesome. Cool. And then he finally opens up the suitcase, and then he comes out from the stage as Newt Scamander with his wand, and all the bracelets that they gave out just lit up and then started changing colors as he was doing that. The presentation was amazing.
Okay.
And then they brought out the audience members, or the rest of the cast, and then did a Q&A, and then saw the trailer. And as far as the trailer goes, I loved the trailer. I love that it's kind of showing, we're going back to Hogwarts and the actual school. And there are tons of little hints in there for people who, read the books and learn more about the lore.
Didn't Johnny Depp come out as his character too, as Grindelwald?
Yes, after they released the trailer,
Johnny Depp.
Or after they released the trailer, he did come out. It was not a big deal.
I heard there were boos, Gio, when he came out.
I wouldn't doubt it. Here's the thing: is one of the things that Michelle brought up earlier, right after the Aquaman came out, was that guess who was there? Amber Heard.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, awkward as hell. Depp. What the hell?
Yeah,
so bad timing.
Yeah, so it was definitely, everyone obviously knew in the convention what he's done and why there's some backlash against him. I'm not even sure why they even brought him out. He wasn't...
Poor taste.
It's tone deaf.
Yeah.
It didn't add anything to it, so it wasn't really necessary. But I think last year... were you in Hall H with us, Eric, last year?
No, we didn't get tickets last year. 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Okay, so...
For the first Fantastic Beasts.
Last year, not for Fantastic Beasts, but for Ready Player One, they did Jared Leto, who came out onto the stage.
Oh right, yeah. We did a video about it actually. It's where he talked about where he had the triangle, right?
Yes, yeah, where he's just like Steve Jobs, and it was weird. So I think they tried doing something similar to that with Johnny Depp, but it just didn't have the same effect.
Just failed.
So yeah. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. I love the trailer. I think it's fantastic. I love all the little
pun intended.
I love the little drops that they've done to like increase the lore of Harry Potter, and just I think it's gonna be a great movie. I was a little disappointed by the first Fantastic Beasts. It wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be, so I'm very looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. We saw it in line, kind of as we kind of saw all the Warner Bros. Stuff as we were waiting for Ballroom 20, but I don't know. It's hard to ignore the whole Johnny Depp thing, and his character's not that interesting. It wasn't that interesting in the first one to begin with, so just making this all about him is going to be kind of strange. Cinematography looks great. I told Michelle, actually, I'm like, man, it's great to see how far this franchise has come after, 15, 20, almost 20 years, 15, 16 years, on just the special effects, on how they do the magic, and everything. It just looks really polished and really well done now. But besides that, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want like continuing of the lore kind of movies like this, especially with Harry Potter, and especially that J.K.'s just like kind of writing these, on the fly. She didn't have any of this prepared before they asked her to make a whole new universe. I don't know. I just feel lukewarm on it. Yeah, the first one was okay. I wasn't crazy about it. It was all right. And from what I saw from this trailer, it just looks like they're just continuing it, I guess. I don't know. Well, I'll have to see it, before I pass judgment, but I'm not really too hyped on it. So, Michelle, what do you think?
Yeah, my issue's also with Johnny Depp. I still don't understand why they had Colin Farrell, who's a pretty decent actor, And I realize that they want to do that big, but guess what? It's really like, it just, I don't know. It felt cheap then. And okay, so I love Harry Potter. This is no secret.
Yes.
Their rendition of Dumbledore as like a hottie is weird for me.
As a hottie?
Because he's not supposed to be hot. It's Jude Law over there looking like
Daddy Dumbledore.
Yeah, he looks like he's a straight daddy. Like, I don't know what's up with that. Like, it's very disturbing for someone who has read the books and rereads the series once a year to see that the guy who in the books is described, and so which is why I try to look at this separately. You know what I mean? The movie's the movie.
Yeah.
But knowing what we know about Dumbledore being gay and having had a relationship with Grindelwald, it's a little weird to see these two, because why would Jude Law be thirsting for Johnny Depp?
These are all questions that need answers, damn it.
I'm just saying, it takes it out of context for me a little bit. But I mean, I'm gonna watch it. Just take my money. It's Harry Potter. It is what it is.
Take my money. Fry me.
I'm not gonna not watch this. And I am intrigued. I mean, the story does sound, or it kind of seems like it's a little more polished than what we got in the first one. But
yeah, we'll see. It goes back to what I was kind of talking about when the first one came out, is like, I just wonder why they're doing this. They decided to do this story, instead of doing, like, I don't know, a Marauders series or something, which I think a lot of people would have been more into. But I mean, yeah, you're going back 100 years before the time of Harry Potter. It's kind of, you got to create all new characters, and I don't know.
It can't be, I mean, nothing's going to be worse than The Cursed Child, which was an abomination. So,
which they're going to bring back as soon as they're all old enough to do it.
Yeah, no, it was terrible writing, and this is what happens when you let someone else take your property and do what they want with it.
True.
Was that a film, though? I thought that was just
that was a play.
It was just a play. Yeah.
It's also, they novelized it, too.
Yeah, they did. I did a review.
It's on the website.
Don't read it.
I read the book, and I read the review, but I was just wondering if it ever came out on film. So
No,
but
yeah, go ahead.
They did say that they wanted to.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Well, as soon as the book or the play came out, Universal Warner Brothers bought the rights
Yeah.
to the movie like immediately. So
I got it.
they're gonna do it as soon as like they're as soon as all the kids grow up enough so that they can make them believe that they're in their 40s. They'll do it. All right, let's keep going. Katie, what'd you think of the trailer? Did you see that one?
I did not see that
Okay,
one, but
okay.
I mean, going off the first movie, I'm gonna go see it. I mean,
Yeah, you don't need any more hype.
I put off Fantastic Beasts #1 because I was like, I don't really know if it's gonna be as good or not. But I thoroughly enjoyed the first one, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy the second one.
All right.
So.
All right.
And like she said, Harry Potter, take my money.
Right.
Like, I don't even need to see the trailer. Like, I've already have tickets. Like,
Got it. Okay. Jeff, did you watch the trailer for this?
I did.
What'd you think?
I'm a big fan of Harry Potter, so I'm on board with the two of them.
Okay. All right. So you're on the same train as just like, hey, take my money. It's Harry Potter.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Right on. Yeah, unabashed fanism. That's fine. Connor, did you watch this one?
I did.
What'd you think?
I'm. I'm kind of along with everyone else for this. I'll see it, but I'm not the world's biggest Harry Potter fan, so
right.
I don't care as much. Sorry.
That's all right.
But yeah, I don't know. I'll go see it.
Right.
I'll go see it.
But the trailer didn't have you going, all right, like super cool new movie coming out. No, nothing.
No,
no
not really.
feels. Okay.
Scale of 1 to 10, it was probably like a 3 for me. Like just excitement wise
right.
to get me excited.
Fair enough. Yeah, Matt.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it. Okay, moving on.
I haven't.
Moving on. That's fine. We have a couple more to talk about, and then we'll get wrap it up here. I think one that Matt saw. Why don't you start out with this one, Matt? Glass, the trailer for M. Night Shyamalan, the Shyamalan's universe, Shyamalanverse. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Where Unbreakable and Split are coming together to make this movie. So what'd you think?
I'm actually pretty stoked for this. It looks pretty interesting, especially since I actually sat down and watched Unbreakable for the first time ever today. I don't know why it took me so long, but with that and thank you. With that and Split, really kind of like being in the same world together is really interesting. Kind of seeing them kind of come together on screen is going to be, I think, a lot of fun. And hopefully M. Night's kind of found his rhythm again, and Split kind of seems to be a good indicator, hopefully. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, same. I actually got really hyped for this trailer when I saw it. I was like, man, I can't wait to see all this collection of actors and come together, and just these characters that you've seen in separate movies be great and combine them into one. It could go wrong. I mean, it's not to say that something like this, when you mesh two things together, it could. It's always going to be great. I mean, a lot of the times when you take two properties and try to push them together, it's not good. So I don't know if Shyamalan had a plan for Unbreakable way back that he was going to continue it, then yeah, this is going to be great. But I hope it wasn't just kind of like a, hey, let me put these two things together kind of thing. And that's the only thing that worries me. But the trailer, fantastic in my opinion. Like it looks
yeah.
Great. So yeah, Gio, what do you think, man?
Actually, I felt there was something missing from the trailer. I don't know. To me, it felt
like what?
It wasn't. I don't know. It just wasn't there. I honestly think they showed the way they presented the trailer. It almost felt like they showed us the end, where they're all sitting together in the same room. Like that's the end of the movie. I feel like
with Sarah Paulson.
Yeah, I feel like everything where they're outside happens before, and then at the very end of the movie, we're like, you're in this facility because you think you have superpowers.
Well, we already know Glass is in mental institution. That was the end of... Yeah, so...
Right, but we don't know what mental institution he's in, And let's just say he's already been there. I don't know.
I don't think
it's just...
Go ahead.
I don't know. There was something off about it. And also, he feels like he's just trying to connect all of his movies together somehow.
It's the only thing that worries me. Like I was saying, it's the only thing that worries me.
There was Michelle had mentioned something about The Sixth Sense and hearing one of the voices in the radio in The Sixth Sense sounded a lot like James McAvoy's voice when he speaks Spanish in the trailer. So it seems like I feel like there may be a tie there. I don't know that he's just trying to tie all his movies together.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Just, I don't know. It doesn't feel. There's something off about the trailer. There was something off about the. I mean, I'm gonna see it because obviously it's Unbreakable, and even M. Night himself said that
careful.
he had written. Sorry, excuse me. That he had written the character of Split into Unbreakable, but he decided to remove it.
Okay. All right. Well, then that gives me a little bit of hope that he actually had some continuity going on.
Yeah. So
M. Night could be kind of doing with his movies what Stephen King does with his books, and just kind of having them all tangentially kind of connected in some way or other.
We're not going to talk about it, but that Castle Rock, man, that's going to be. I'm looking forward to it. It comes out this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just it. Those are my thoughts on it. I'm still a little skeptical. I want to see more, but I just hope he just doesn't try to connect all his movies together.
Yeah,
somehow.
Same. Did anybody else watch this trailer that they want to comment on, or anybody? It's kind of one of those ones that if you're not really a fan of that that genre or Shyamalan, you really probably weren't interested in. So I don't know who's seen it and who hasn't.
That's one of the series that I need to finish Split, and I need to actually watch Unbreakable.
And I need to rewatch it. I was like 10 when I saw it.
Oh yeah, and I don't think Michelle, you haven't seen
viewing
Split
party.
Either.
What's up?
Yeah. No, I was just saying I don't think Michelle's seen Split either. So.
Honestly, I haven't quite forgiven Shyamalan for a lot of things. I'm still really salty about Last Airbender.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
Like super salty.
I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, that was trash. Well, he's never gonna live that one down.
Nope.
No.
But let's give him another chance. Seems to be looking up here.
I guess.
All right, let's transition to Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is a direct sequel to the Godzilla movie that came out a few years ago. I guess I'll start it off, man. I'm a Godzilla fan through and through. You know, it's like one of those things for you guys where you're in the bag for Harry Potter. If you got a Godzilla movie, I'll take it. You know, from watching the old movies on my dad's old, projector film, reel-to-reel projector from back in the day. To even that trash one with Matthew Broderick that came out back in 2000, Godzilla 2000 I think it was, or something like that, 98, I don't know, but the one that came out a couple years ago I really enjoyed. I know a lot of people didn't like it because they hid Godzilla a lot. They didn't really show off the Godzilla until the end of the movie, but I don't know, I really enjoyed it, and this one just looks like it's going to be a lot more of Godzilla and a lot more of all the other awesome monsters in the Godzilla universe. So I can't wait to see Mothra, wait to see Rodan, and then they even teased King Ghidorah at the end. Ghidorah. I never knew how to say his name. The three-headed gold dragon monster. So I'm really excited, and yeah, 11's in this. So I'm kind of in for this movie.
And they'd better set up for Godzilla versus King Kong.
Well, yeah, they already put that on the slate, so I'm sure it's coming. So that's fine. But this one first. I want this one. This one looks dope. Oh. And you get to see the awesome shot of him, like his atomic breath, just like piercing the sky. Like, oh, it's so cool. Visually awesome. I know it might just be cheesy, but I mean, I'm really excited about this movie. Gio, what'd you think about it, man?
I actually liked it. I'm personally a big fan of the director, Michael Dougherty. I'm actually a big fan of his. He originally did Trick or Treat, and he did Krampus.
Oh my gosh!
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan. I love his movies. I think they're great. So I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know if anyone else got this from the trailer, but to me, it kind of felt that some of the characters were mentally connected with some of the other monsters. They had some sort of physical connection with them where they can maybe control them or be in touch with their emotions and what they feel.
The organization that's searching for these things?
No, like 11 or
Oh, well, yeah.
she's not 11.
Millie
I feel
Bobby
like
Brown,
she
yes.
she has a connection with one of these monsters, and I feel
Ooh.
like different people from the country have different connections to the monsters. And this might be me reading into the trailer a little bit, but that's kind of what I got out of it.
Okay.
But all the monsters, all the Godzilla, I think it's gonna be great. Fighting monsters versus monsters. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yes. Can we get Ken Watanabe back just to say, let them fight? That'd be dope. Matt, what'd you think of the trailer?
I haven't seen it.
All right, moving on.
Nice and quick.
That's okay. Anybody else seen it?
I did.
What'd you think, Jeff?
I'm excited for it. It looks really good. But what I want more is I want more for the plot, like more information. I'm not sure exactly how Waking these, as they say in the trailer, how the Waking the Titans is going to save the world.
Yeah, that does seem strange. I don't know that. Yeah, it's murky, but I mean, it's one of those movies where, at least for me, it's like I don't really care what the end game is. I just want to see monsters fighting, Godzilla, and monsters. So, but yeah, I'm super stoked for it. Katie, Michelle, Connor, did any of you guys see the trailer yet?
Yeah, I saw pretty much all I needed to see. So I saw just a bunch of monsters coming out, and I think it's exactly what it's going to deliver. It's going to be monsters fighting monsters, fighting monsters, fighting monsters, fighting monsters.
On monsters on monsters on monsters.
Yes. Stacks on stacks on stacks of monsters.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, it feels like, you've got, like, the two-headed dragon and,
Three-headed dragon.
And it says, or three-headed dragon, probably Mothra, probably, some of the other ones that you see.
Yeah. Rodan. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah, you can't be king of the monsters and only take down, like, 2 monsters, so I'm hoping that we get to see a lot of shit go down.
It's going to be awesome. Can't wait. All right, let's move on to Doctor Who. I know there's a big fandom for Doctor Who, and we got a couple big fans in our chat here. So, all right, Doctor Who happened. The panel. Katie, you went to it.
Yes, I did.
And what do you think about the new Doctor? What do you think about the new trailer?
Well, maybe I should save it till the end then. No sense.
Okay, I mean we can. Yeah, let's start out with what about Michelle? Another huge Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
We're called Whovians.
Okay, well.
Please, thank you. Let him know.
All right. Noted.
You will be one of us soon once I'm through with you.
Sounds like a threat. I don't like this.
It is.
Everything I say comes off mildly threatening. I can't really help that.
Okay.
So
anyways.
It comes from the best place.
Comes from the good place.
Yeah, sure. Tell yourself that. Oh, I'm excited. I'm always stoked for Doctor Who.
Trailer in general, though? Thoughts?
Well, I mean, it did what it had to do. It got me hooked. I'll be sitting there with BBC One in the fall.
Okay.
It looks good. I think she's going to be a really good doctor. She has that, from what I can see, she's kind of every actor that comes into the role of the Doctor kind of builds off what's done, but they also put their own spin on it, and it kind of seems like she's doing a really good job of it.
Okay.
Just, I mean, like I said, just from what I've seen, I haven't seen much. I'm sure Katie can expand more because she was at the panel. But
what about that sonic screwdriver?
I'm not a fan of the sonic screwdriver. It looks like a vibrator, and I don't know if that was it on purpose or not. But other than that, though, like her outfit is awesome. It looks very practical for time travel because there will be a lot of running. And I'm actually kind of intrigued by the fact that she's going to have 3 companions. I think it's been a while since we've had that many. I know 11 had 2, sometimes a little more companions, but I don't think they've had 3 companions all the time since Classic Who, if I'm recalling correctly. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Good thoughts. Gio, you're a Whovian.
Actually, to me, there wasn't enough information on the trailer. They seem to be keeping everything hush hush, which isn't a bad thing because obviously you wanna keep the show fresh and reveal the secrets as they come. But one thing that I was at the panel, they said was that they were going to do standalone episodes, and I'm not a biggest fan of standalone episodes. I like a whole story arc that kind of ties at least it together. So
oh wow, I didn't hear that.
Hopefully they try to do that. Hopefully they try to kind of like tie a significant story together with the new writers and producers cast. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I still need to catch up on some Doctor Who before starting this new season, but it kind of feels like they're trying to start fresh and kind of where this was to 9, 13 is to 9. So
got
we'll
it.
See.
Cool. Before we get to Katie, Jeff or Matt or Connor, do you guys watch Who at all?
I've never seen a single episode.
Okay.
I've seen a few of the classic episodes, like a while ago. Like the old black and white ones.
Wow.
No. Yeah.
How did that happen?
Netflix.
They used to be on Netflix, yeah.
Oh, wow. It's random. Old Who.
Yeah, I usually start people with new Who and then move them on to classic Who. I find that's easier when introducing people.
Nice.
Well, I wish I would have known.
All right, Katie. So, what'd you think? Go for it.
Well, I mean, naturally, I thought it was amazing. But like Gia said, they didn't show a lot in the trailer. I think they go through great lengths to keep it a secret. And I kind of like that about it because you're not seeing all of these, oh, leaked this, oh, leaked that. Like, they're very hush-hush. Like, even the panelists, like, they would be, like, certain questions they just couldn't really go over or answer a lot. We got to see 2 of the companions. The third one, he wasn't there, but they did show a little bit of a clip of him going into Jodie Whittaker's dressing room as like a joke. So he's definitely going to be like a prankster type of companion. And then you see the other 2 will probably just sort of like be along for the ride. But yes, like he said, 10 standalone episodes, which I actually don't mind. Most of the Doctor Who episodes are standalone episodes, but there's usually something in like a couple of them, like there'll be like 2 of them that'll like piece together, or, something that'll happen that'll change and it'll affect the other one. But yeah, new Doctor, and he wants completely new everything, new director, new villains. So it's going to be very, very fresh, very light. She says, because they ask her what kind of doctor that she's going to be. Mm-hmm. They had the other people describe how, what kind of doctor she's going to be. So she's going to be like kind of a bubbly doctor. She's going to be sort of funny. So it's just kind of like takes it from Capaldi, who was not that way, and sort of going back to sort of a lighter tone, I would say.
All right. Good info. I'm sure there's a bunch of Whovians out there that are excited about that.
So I think she's going to be great, honestly. Jodie Whittaker is a great actress, and, if you've ever seen any of her other works, you know that she's been in the industry for a while, so I think she is I think she's going to make a great doctor.
Great. That's been Who Talk for the day. That's all you're allowed.
How dare you?
I know, I'm just kidding. All right. We're going to wrap it up here with Gio had some, wanted to talk about one more thing from the Warner Brothers panel, and then we're just going to get to our picks of the week because we're running long. We'll save some of these other topics for next week when we can get into it. The James Gunn of it all. We'll give it another week to simmer, and then we'll have a big discussion on next week's podcast. But Gio, I heard you you wanted to talk about a little bit something else in the Warner Brothers panel we kind of brushed over. So go ahead.
Yeah. So one of the other things that they showed just to end the cast was they showed us Wonder Woman 1984 footage, and surprisingly they've only been in production for like 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. So it's very surprising that they actually brought some footage for us to see, and sort of Patty Jenkins described that this is the look and feel that they're going for as far as the film goes. One of the things mentioned during the panel that said this is not a sequel, which I feel like it kind of doesn't feel like a sequel. It kind of feels like it's trying to set itself apart from what we've seen in the past already, which is not a bad move, you know? I'm sure there'll be some ties, but, you know, we'll see. But
when you say not a sequel, what do you mean?
That's just what they said. I mean, until we see more footage and a trailer.
The definition of a movie that comes after another movie in the same universe is, by definition, a sequel. I mean, how could it not be?
I mean, yeah, I want to say that they're going to tie it, but it just feels like the footage that we saw feels such very different from what we saw in Wonder Woman.
Like,
we saw in Wonder Woman was touched by Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
This does not feel like that.
Do you think this could be... Oh, that'd be weird. Do you think this could be one of their just offshoots, worlds of DC, like in another DC world? This is another Wonder Woman story from a different timeline?
It could be. I mean, in all honesty, they didn't want to talk about why Chris Traeger was...
I was just about to bring that up.
There.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what is... Yeah, by Chris Pine's character. Pine.
Another Chris. Yeah.
Another Chris.
Yeah.
But they didn't really want to bring up why his character was there.
Boy, that would be some bold moves to just take it out of the timeline and be like a soft reboot almost, and like, oh, this is another multiverse. Like, right. I don't know. That'd be really weird.
Like, if they said that he's important to the storyline, so we'll see how important and how they use him. You know, whether he's like in her head or she's dealing with the psychological. Yeah. So we'll see.
So what did the footage actually show? What did they have to bring?
So the footage showed, it started off by showing Wonder Woman, and it cut to a little girl who was just in awe about seeing her in person and just kind of being an inspiration to her. And then all of a sudden, there's these two bad guys that show up behind her, and then she tells the little girl to just wait by the side, and she like pushes the little girl onto a giant teddy bear. She slides across the floor. They're in a mall,
right?
And she slides across the floor, and then Wonder Woman, not staring behind, not even looking back, grabs her lasso of truth and sort of like lassos them back behind her. And then she starts to run back and pulls them towards her as she jumps off the second story of the mall and uses them as a sort of like stops her from hitting the floor as hard.
Like a fulcrum.
And then, exactly.
Counterweight.
Yeah, counterweight.
Yeah, so, and her costume, just a note on her costume, it feels very, like the colors aren't as vibrant as they were in Wonder Woman.
Oh, they're not as vibrant?
No, they're very toned. They're very. It's different. It's a different costume she's wearing. It doesn't feel as armor looking.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then the scene cuts there, and then they show a small little segment of her running across the street in a very wide shot. But her movement, the way she's running, doesn't feel very professional. It feels very theatrical.
Yeah.
Almost like I mentioned it during one of my tweets. It just feels like an homage to like Linda Carter's TV show.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman TV
so
show.
I wanted to ask you about that. So this was the footage they showed. Was it pretty polished? Like, did it look like the editing had been finished on it?
It didn't. It wasn't fully polished.
Okay.
No, it wasn't fully polished. But even it didn't have to be to see the look that they were going for.
Now, when you say movie. Yeah, when you say the look, do you think they use a different? Because you said it had like an '80s feel to it. So do you think are they actually going to use like an '80s like film speed, kind of like those old '80s movies?
I don't know if they'll go as far as doing that.
Okay,
but like this movie feels like, I mean, the movie's called Wonder Woman 1984 or 84.
Yeah,
it stepping into that mall felt like you were in the 80s. Everything fantastic. About it, running style, the way she moved, it all felt very differently. Even like the casting Kristen Wiig as
Right.
Cheetah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like she's gonna make a great '80s character.
Huh.
It
Yeah, that could be
definitely
interesting.
feels different. Yeah, so we'll. I mean, until you guys see the footage that we saw or a trailer, this is what you got.
Leg warmers, parachute pants, and fanny packs. Can't wait.
Yeah.
For Wonder Woman 84. All right, let's wrap up the podcast, guys. Let's get to some picks of the week if you got them, and then we'll get out of here. And yeah, let's do it. So, has anybody got a good pick of the week you want to talk about? It's been a busy week. I don't know if any of us had time to explore anything new or recommend anything, but if you got it, go for it.
Actually, I've got something that it dropped earlier this week on YouTube, kind of as a surprise. No one knew about it. Nathan Fillion did his own little fan film for Uncharted.
That was good, Matt. Thank you for bringing that up. Good job. Wow.
Oh yeah. I've been trying to rack my brain about what to kind of bring up because I haven't really done anything in terms of games or anything like that. But I thought of that, and yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
I had a blast watching that.
Has anybody else seen that? That's actually really good. You guys
I
know what
haven't
he's
yet,
talking about?
but
Yeah.
I have heard a lot of really good things about it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's very similar to what like Uncharted video or series feel like.
Yeah.
Plays like.
I didn't like that sequence actually. When
You didn't like
switched to
the
that
first person, the third person shooter sequence or whatever?
No.
I thought that was kind of cool.
It was fine.
I
It
thought
was fine.
kinda
I mean, it was kind of cool, but it just felt out of place in the movie. It just threw me off. Like I was like, oh, okay, I get what you're trying to do. It's too on the
The
nose.
little first person part wasn't needed. Just kind of like reminds you a little bit of when they did that with Doom back in the day. But just overall, it's a small kind of like black mark on a really great thing anyway.
Do you think
I kind of overlook it?
Do you think they made this to kind of like the way they, just to kind of push the studio a little bit to be like, hey, look, the fans really want,
Kind of like what Ryan Reynolds did with Deadpool.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Just like shoot your own thing and then it gets a huge response and then maybe it ends up getting done, Because I know that Sony wants to make the Uncharted movie, but they had no interest in Nathan Fillion, and all the fans want Nathan Fillion, so he did this.
Yeah, I don't know if Sony had no interest in it or not, but I know they tried using David O. Russell as the director.
Yeah.
And he's a very hard director to work with, as I understand it. So I think it was kind of hard for them to just get anyone to kind of want to be in that movie.
I just heard that they wanted a younger version of Nathan Drake. That's all.
Well, yeah, because you want to start over from scratch for the film.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Definitely the short was pretty badass. I enjoyed it a lot. Good recommendation. It's on YouTube right now if you want to go find it. Anybody else got any recommendations? Anybody?
More of a push for future games.
Okay.
I think it was earlier, it was about a couple days ago. They released the third and final suit that you'll get for Spider-Man when you pre-order the game.
Oh, the Spider-Man Sony game, yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Velocity suit.
Okay.
And I saw that and I yelled really loud in my break room when I saw it. And I was met by a lot of other people that were like, "Yep, I'm excited." It looks like an Iron Spider 2.0.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, it looks really clean. And it just going back to seeing the releasing footage of the gameplay with that suit, it's the gameplay alone is just getting me so excited about it. I'm over the moon.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Actually, I sat in for that panel.
It's so good.
After the Doctor Who or whatever. Yeah, it looked really, really good on the big screen, and they even had what was it? Some toys that came out with it, and they had a cosplayer in the Velocity suit come out, and it was
really?
pretty cool,
that sounds
actually.
cool.
Yeah, I mean the thing lights up, and it's freaking sick looking.
Yeah,
I took a picture of it. If I was like, I didn't know if it was going to be released or not, but it was. So no, whatever. Then it came out with the red PS4 with the spider on it.
That looks so cool. I saw that. I was like, damn.
They were excited about that.
That's probably going to be my next upgrade. Just going to toss that out there.
And I think it's going to be a bundle I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a bundle. You have to.
Yeah. Okay.
It comes with
Then
bundle.
yes, it's gonna be a bundle.
Is it the
just in
regular?
case.
Is it the PS4 Slim, Katie, or is it the Pro? It's probably just a Slim, right?
No, it's the
think
Pro.
It's the Pro.
It's the Pro. Wow.
Yeah, because they were really excited about it, so they wouldn't be excited about the Slim. So
Cool.
yeah, it's the Pro with the
Eric,
bundle.
Yeah.
But Eric, the controller, it's all red.
Yeah.
The buttons are all white.
Ooh.
It looks so good.
Ooh. Yeah, that looks. Oh man, stop getting me excited. That's good. Oh man, I've been looking forward to this game since they announced it last year. So it's super excited. All right, good rec, good hype rec, I guess. Anybody else? Gio or Katie or Michelle or Jeff?
Yeah, I got one if no one else does.
Sure.
So really long-awaited season 3 came out for one of the popular anime, Attack on Titan. So a lot of people have been waiting a long time for this season 3, and it kicks ass. I mean, the last season was kind of a little bit slower on the slow side, but this episode 1 that came out fast and hard, and it was so good.
Man, I never got around to watching season 2. I was a really big fan of season 1, but cool. I mean,
yeah, well, all of season 2 is out, and season 3 is starting to pop out if you wanted to get on the Attack on Titan season 3 train, because it's gonna be a ride, people. Gonna be a ride.
Well, you hyped me for season 3, but you had a little piece in there that didn't get me excited to watch season 2 now. So I don't know.
Well, season 2 takes place. Yeah. Well, yeah, it doesn't the time. The timing and pacing is fast, but it doesn't take place. It's takes place in maybe a span of 4 or 5 days.
Oh wow.
The whole
Ooh.
But a lot of information comes out, and the ending is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And are they still following the manga, or are they doing their own thing now? Does it still follow the book?
It's both.
Books?
It's both. You know, they take things that are from the manga, and as usual, when they do it in the animation, they change certain things or they rewrite it to sort of fit how they want. So it's not going to be the same, but it is going to be, you get those bits and pieces.
Okay. All right. Cool. And when does it come out again? What's the date?
It came out Sunday.
Oh, it just came out yesterday.
It came out this Sunday.
Oh man. And it's on, I assume, Crunchyroll?
Yeah, Crunchyroll, and I'm not sure. Sometimes Hulu does it with Crunchyroll, but I'm not sure if it's on Hulu yet. But right now, it's definitely Crunchyroll.
Dope. Good recommendation. All right. Anybody else?
Oh, yep, and Hulu. Yep, it's on Hulu, bitches.
Oh, it is on
Get
Hulu?
on it.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
That's it for me. Bye, guys.
Okay. Stop threatening our audience. Cool. Anybody else before I give mine? We get out of here?
Tell me what to do.
Jeez, so hostile.
No, I haven't had a chance to really see anything.
Okay. All right. Gio? Nope. Okay. Oh, Gio's gone.
No.
Nope. Oh, here? No,
we
you're here.
lost Gio.
I don't know. He's not here. It's okay. Michelle, do you have anything?
I mean, kind of, but it's not something I've seen fully, so I don't know if I should bring it up yet, because what if it ends up sucking?
Oh, the HBO show?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm watching Sharp Objects, and the first episode was a little slow, but the second episode I liked a lot better. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna see where this takes me.
Well, people can watch it and go on the journey with
that.
Yeah. No, like I said, the second episode I was kind of I was watching it and I had my door open and my brother came home and it kind of scared me. I was like, oh God. So yeah, you know what? If you enjoyed the book, I think you might enjoy the series, and Amy Adams is fantastic. So
All right. Well, even if they don't like it, they can ride the journey with you. It's only 2 episodes in, so
3
episodes in. There you go. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll throw a recommendation out there. Anybody that's fans of Kevin Smith should go and support his new TV show he's trying to get funded called Hollyweed. It's actually pretty funny. Yeah, the first episode is up on Rivet TV right now. I guess Rivet TV is like a new crowdfunding thing to get series made. So if you go to Rivet TV and just search for Hollywood, it's actually on their front page. And yeah, you basically just pledge, however, it's $2 an episode. So if you want to, you want to see all the 6 episodes, if you want to see them get made, it's $12. So, or you can just pledge $1. Somebody's. Well, that was interesting. Am I the only one who heard that?
No.
Oh, that was like an electric shock through the thing. All right. Anyway, getting back, we'll just ignore that. It didn't happen. There's a ghost in the mic.
It sounded like someone just kind of took a plastic bag and just put it right up to the mic.
Yeah, that was crazy. All right. So, anyways, 33 days left as of right now to greenlight the season. It's pretty hilarious. It's basically Clerks in a weed dispensary. It's funny. It's Kevin Smith, and a couple other people you'll recognize if you watch the pilot. So go watch it. If you don't like it, you don't have to do anything. It's free for the first episode. But if you're a Kevin Smith fan, I almost guarantee you'll enjoy the show. So that's my recommendation. Just throwing it out there. All right, guys, we're going to get up and get out of here. Gio, actually, his phone died. He told me to witness him, so we're going to tell you right now that Gio died, R.I.P. His phone died, so that's why he's not here.
Took the glory road out to Valhalla.
Yeah. sprayed the silver spray paint on his teeth and rode out in glory.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
All right, guys,
Cool.
so that's been us for... That's been That Geek Show for this week. We're going to come back to you next week with some more fun content and some more rowdy discussions, I guess. You can find us on thatgeekshow.com, everything we do, all the articles we post, and you can find all the podcasts that we do on your favorite podcast provider, which this week we just got on iHeartRadio as well. So if you're an iHeartRadio user, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, and we're on everything else where you can find a podcast. So just go find us there, download, subscribe, give us a great rating if you like what we do, so we can get higher in the rankings. Follow us on all our social medias at That Geek Show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And go to our YouTube channel. There's no new videos, but subscribe anyway, because when we make some new videos, you'll want to see them as soon as they come out. All right, let's see. Should we go around the room? Katie, thanks for joining us. Anything you want to plug?
Yes. You can follow me on Instagram at Sisters Cosplay, and that's about it. Thank you guys for listening and for dealing with everything that I say and do.
You had some good cosplays at Comic-Con, so if you want to see those, check out Katie's IG page. You did Bulma, and I don't know if you posted your Carnage one, but she did Carnage as
Not yet. I gotta look through and get some good ones.
Okay, awesome. Look forward to that. Matt, did you want to plug anything? Where can people find you?
On Twitter and on Instagram, I am at Matt Geek Show.
Thank you, sir. Go yell at Matt at those places.
Yes. Go tell me how much The Last Jedi is good.
Oh God, stop. Enough. Katie's going to create 3 new troll accounts now just to troll you.
I have to keep her busy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I've got nothing else to do. Let me just tell you what. You're not on my mind.
All right. Jeff, you want to promote anything, plug anything? People find you?
Well, I'm back on Twitter for 2 days.
Yes, I saw that. We retweeted it. Yes, Jeff's back on Twitter officially, everybody.
Just said last time, it was JPEZ_E.
All right. Where you can find your ramblings about. I was reading some of your tweets, actually, about some of the shows you watch and things like that. That was pretty funny.
Well, I mean, I can talk a whole lot more if you let me talk about my K-dramas, where you're telling me to hold on. And I'm holding on.
I'll put out a poll. How about that? Let's see what people say. All right. Connor.
Yep, that's me. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter, Gentleman Bowtie. Just take out the vowels for gentleman.
Oh my God! And you just tweeted at Matt. Jesus Christ! Like live during this podcast.
Seriously?
All right. Let's. Michelle, can people find you anywhere? Oh, just That Geek Show, probably, right?
Yeah, no, I don't exist.
Okay. That's an existence.
She's in the dark
She's in the web. I don't know.
Eric made me up. I'm not real.
Wow.
This has been the Unfriended movie the whole time.
Oh man.
Whoa.
This just got really dark.
Hashtag fight me, Connor.
All right, enough. Go find us on the Gio, did you want to plug anything while you're here?
Nah, I'm
Okay.
good. Just find me at Estrada Giovanni. Estrada.Giovanni.
You came back from the
Twitter.
dead. Your phone came back alive.
Yeah, we're all in a M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh god, I hope not.
Awesome.
Which M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Okay.
All of them.
All of them.
Avatar.
They're all connected. All right, guys, go find us on all those places. Go connect with us. Go connect with us on the interwebs and fight with Matt. That's it. Thanks for listening to That Geek Show, and you have a great geeky week. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Don't be a scruffy nerf herder. Subscribe to our channel for more That Geek Show goodness in your life. Be sure to also check out our website, thatgeekshow.com, where we post exclusive photos from events and cons. And for all the latest news on upcoming special guests and geek swag giveaways, follow us on Twitter and Facebook.